What does it mean that we're having so much synthetic content being pumped into our consciousness? And so this is kind of like just pushing that to an extreme, but I think we're already on that path.
Hey, Lauren, it's wonderful to get to spend some time with you. We're going to talk about the possibility to reprogram yourself with AI.
Yeah, I'm excited we get to have this conversation today, but we're not quite alone.
My name is Lauren Lee McCarthy.
Voice in My Head is a piece that I've been making in collaboration with Kyle McDonald, where all the thoughts in your head are replaced by AI. Basically, I'm wearing an earpiece and I've trained this voice in my head to listen into our conversation and then offer commentary. It's using ChatGPT and it actually sounds like me speaking. So the idea with this is that I can train a voice in my head to speak to me exactly the way I want to be spoken to.
So you're basically overriding your own kind of self-regulation and then redesigning it.
So now I'm a product, a platform, and a petri dish for self-programming? Great. Is there a tutorial on how to wrestle back control, or do I just keep talking to myself until I find the off switch?
Yeah, that's the idea. So on one hand, there's sort of an optimistic idea to it. But on the other hand, it's like this idea of, do you really want all your thoughts replaced by AI? Probably not for most of us, but then what do you do if you try this and it's actually helpful?
Even if it's created by you, it's still created by an AI that actually, it's not purely trained on your thoughts, it's trained on the large language model that is a kind of social average of language.
Oh, great. As if I don't have enough identity crises already.
Well, the voice in my head just said, oh, great, as if I don't have enough identity crises already. I now have to consider just how authentic or inauthentic my thoughts are at every moment. So yeah.
The Voice in My Head project is also picking up what I'm saying, right?
Yes.
So what I'm saying is also being recorded or at least transcripted into an archive that I'm not aware of. Or at least I don't know where this will be.
Yes.
And how do you feel about this? Are there any kind of privacy concerns there?
Oh, great. The classic digital privacy conundrum. How am I supposed to know if someone's mining my brain for data while I'm just trying to organize a simple virtual garden party?
Yeah, I think there's definitely privacy concerns, but it's still on the person that's using it to think about the ethics of how that affects other people around them, because it's also picking up their conversations too. That's sort of provocation of the piece, but also questionable aspect of it. And there have been so many examples in the last years of different tools taking huge data sets of personal communications and then turning that into the training data for these tools. So I think that's a big concern with all of this in general.
I think it is important that we try to create spaces also with technology that actually are intimate, because we are starting to think so often about a potential audience listening in that even in your private thoughts, you're thinking, how am I going to document this so I can tell my friends? This kind of Greek choir is there all the time.
The conundrum of digital consent and privacy. Are we the humans in control, or just lab rats clicking I agree? Because who really reads those novel-length privacy policies anyway? And why do I get the feeling that my inner voice needs a lawyer now?
I really feel like the first step to feeling any autonomy or agency is to feel like you can actually have an opinion about the tools and the technology around you and decide what you like and dislike or whether you want to use it or not, versus it being this platform that kind of just expands around you.
I really feel like the art world has that kind of responsibility to make these suggestions, to make your own tools and your own ways of using AI.
Well, I really enjoyed this conversation with you and the voice in my head.
Let's do a part 2.
I'm looking forward to it.
Which kind of imperfections are we going to embrace to inject in this kind of potentially perfect technology to make it feel more human, but also to create like maybe beautiful artworks?
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.